Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm honest, Jack Later, still like Jackson, and this is going to be coming partially from here, but mostly out by the grill by the pool. So I got my poolside shirt for the gun show. This is going to be great. I got this recipe, or at least the idea for this recipe, from a friend of mine from the local LARP that I go to, Ampguard, Sir Slider Rabbit. Thank you very much. He does this like over a campfire and stuff at the events, so it's great. I was wondering if I could do it on a grill, and it's worked out pretty good, so this is going to be good. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell, get notifications. We do these on Tuesdays and Fridays, and also, there's a link down in the doobly-doo for our merch. We got aprons, we got fake hands, we got spatulas, flippers, spoons, like pot holders that have curse words on them, which is fun. We're a small business, we appreciate it. Shameless plug over. Let's just get into the food. This was really good. I'm excited for this week. Okay, this is super simple. Some of this can be optional. You're going to need a pineapple. Get you a decent ripe one because you're going to go home and cook it. You want at least a single jalapeno. I got some of this chipotle stuff. I couldn't find a jalapeno juice, and I didn't want to juice a million things there. So you're going to want some honey, some cloves, at the bare minimum. So hardest thing is your pineapple. This is the only thing of prep you really got to do. You're going to cut this top off. Now you can keep it and go plant it in the yard, or you can just get rid of it. Now you got the rest of this. You want to just shave it. This is a nice quick one. I thought this was going to be the hardest part of this. This actually came across really easy. We've got a nice sharp knife. Again, shout out to Andy for the knife here. Need to tell him I need these resharpened again. Like, these are still stupid sharp, but not as like cutting stuff in half, like spooky sharp. Now don't worry if you got these little nubs on the outside of it. Be sure to cut the tail end off of this. Now, once you got it here, now I went ahead and just cut it in half from the top down, and then laid these sideways. Now, I skimped out on toothpicks, so I kind of kicked myself in that. But while you have it laid out here, get your cloves and just stud these as much as you want. Now, these add a lot of flavor to this. It takes, a long time to put these in here. Just stud them along here. You can be decorative about it. You can be whatever. Just put them all on the top side. I should have put some on the bottom, but again, I was going to be short on toothpicks, so I just did the top sides. Your jalapeno, cut off the top, and then you're going to slice these. You can do these relatively thick. You're going to pin these to the side. Now, later I thought if I got more jalapeno, I could slice it long ways and just stick them, half a jalapeno to each side, whatever. Be sure to tear out the veins and get the seeds out of there. That's where all that bitterness is. So lay these out. Now, they're not going to stick, so get you some toothpicks. Preferably soak them in water beforehand. It keeps them from burning when you have them on the grill or over a fire. Now, if I stuck 2 or 3 of these in each one of these, they would have held better, and I could have done some on the bottom. But I was short on toothpicks, so I just did these. Now, if you got like a silicone or a latex brush or one of those really horrible cotton things, be sure to use that. It helps to kind of spread it around. Now, honey, I like to put on here and then chill to let it sit a little bit, because honey, as you know, as soon as you heat it up, it just liquefies and runs. So we're going to coat that quite a lot. You can see how these jalapeno rings kind of knock around because I only have like 1 toothpick in each. That's my apologies. And it's the only problem that's going to have is later it's going to be hard to flip them to cook the top or bottom side, but it just cooks everything as long as you keep the top on it, okay? Try to use the little jalapeno things as cups and hold some extra honey. That usually helps. Slow it down. Again, don't skip all the toothpicks, y'all. So I got this on low, so it keeps it about anywhere between 260 and 300. We're going to let that preheat a little bit. Now, I have this because I accidentally left the damn video on and I didn't get me actually place it on the grill. But this is just a reminder to clean the grill. It's a public thing here at the apartments, but you know what's on your grill. I don't know. So try to clean it as much as possible. Put them on here, and then you just want to check them about every 5 minutes. Ignore all the other food. Those will be other videos. But I love these. You don't have to wrap these. Just leave them on here directly on the grill. Now, while I was out here, I went ahead and added my my chipotle sprinkles on one of these because I had people here that aren't too big on spice. So I had one that was only slightly spiced with the jalapeno, which cooks off relatively easy with the oil in it, and the chipotle stuff. Now, I apologize for my camera getting super dim here. There was direct sunlight, so it just auto-dimmed. But this is just another point to just pad out the video. Like, see how well this, it looks great, it smells amazing, it tastes great. I barely got any of this because my mother's sister and nieces just ate all of this before I can get my hands on it. So, yeah, I let it cook for about 20-25 minutes. I tried to turn it as much as possible. Didn't put it on direct heat. I kept it on low, right? And I kept trying to turn it, but I didn't want to lose jalapenos into the fire. So sometimes I'd prop them up on the side or just turn and make sure that, because most of the fire, this one sits in the back of my grill instead of the full length unless it's on high. So I just made sure to turn it. You see where it's getting those dark lines on it. Again, 20 minutes, low fire. pull this off, slice it, and this is good. Now this is just a heads up. Again, if you got the jalapenos, you can roll it around and cook it on both sides, or you can put it over fire like my first slide did, and use it on a spit, and it just cooks. I like to put as much honey as this on possible. I know it sounds wasteful, but it does cook in there a little bit, okay? Just put these in here, keep the fire on it. This is really great stuff. Now, get you a tub after like 20 minutes. You feel it's done. If it's like blacketing, roll it or take it off completely. You know, everybody's fire is different. Everybody's, you know, altitude and latitude is different. So, yeah, just pull that right off, slice it directly. It's perfect for serving. It might look a little weird, especially with the chipotle stuff on it, but it tastes amazing. This is great. I usually rail against warm fruits. I'm not a big fan of pineapple on pizza. I will eat it. It's just not on the top of my list. But this is great. This is great for an appetizer or just a full meal if you're just all into acidic fruits. So yeah, you got to try this one. If you do it differently, let me know, y'all. So there you have it, folks. How do you think about that? Like, I never even thought of grilling pineapple until Slash showed it to me. So this is super neat. I want to try some other flavors. I really like the jalapeno honey thing. But yeah, I want to see what else we can put on a pineapple or other fruits. I'd love to try a mango. Like, I love mango. It's one of my favorites. So if you do it differently, you want to see us do it differently, let me know. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. You can also find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. It's all Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. And then over on Instagram, it's Living Between. We had to shorten it down. I'm on all of those with an oversaturation of white light on all those, as well as Twitter and TikTok, where I do some small stuff on a lot of my nerdy stuff across the board on those. But you can always find me on those as Osway Nerdy. And I will see y'all next time. I'm going to go eat some more pineapples. Y'all be safe, all right?